Again, we often find this type of equation in rational equations where we are to solve equations that have fractions in them, but now for just a letter. So again, the very same techniques. Get rid of fractions. So let's see what we have to do to get rid of the fractions here. Now, in this case, since it's something over something, we can just cross multiply, and that'll take care of that. But here, again, we can just cross multiply on that one. In number 15, we want to get rid of that fraction there. So we're going to multiply everything by g. That gets rid of the fraction. And then here we want to keep in mind this is sort of like over 1. We want to solve for the r, so we can again cross multiply. All right, well, we'll see it worked out here. So this becomes 2a equals bh. And we want to solve for the h. Well, all we now have to do is to divide by b. So h equals 2a over b. And remember, when you're putting this into Math Lab, this is a capital A. Don't substitute a lowercase a for it, because they'll count that wrong. You have to use the letter they indicate. So again, we want to solve for capital B, so we go 2a equals h times capital B plus lowercase b. Now here the term we're looking for is in a parenthesis, so we need to get it out of the parenthesis. So this is going to be 2a equals bh plus b lowercase b h. And we want the capital B. So there's my capital B in a single term. We want to get this term then on the other side, so we transpose it. 2a, bring it over to this side, becomes a negative bh equals capital BH. And now what you're going to do is divide both sides by h. And a technique would be to do it like so. Put it over each of the terms, because here you'll notice you can cancel that out. So this eventually will become b equals 2a over h minus b. Now, I personally would accept it if it was 2a minus bh all over h, but these answers, in a sense, are equivalent. You have factored out that h over there, and they're equivalent. Now, for this one, this becomes gn equals gr plus, and then here the g's cancel out and we get v. So there's v by itself, and we just bring these over, so gn minus gr equals v. And then in this last one, again, we're going to cross multiply. This gives us a over there. And this will be p times 1 plus rt. So So we're just cross multiplying. But we want to solve for r. So we got to get r out of that parenthesis. So this becomes a equals p plus prt. So I'm just distributing the p, and I get this. Now again, I'm looking to solve for this r, so I'm going to transpose that p, a minus p, brought that over, equals prt. Now I want to get the r by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by pt, pt. And you could put it over each term, but that would be good too. R equals this over that. Okay. Now these next two examples, you have two of each on the worksheet. This is number 17, number 19. And what they want you to do is find the measures of angles that are supplementary. If angles are supplementary, their sum is 180. And complementary, the sum of the angles are 90. So this is how you set them up. It was, they gave you this angle and this angle. You had to equal it to 180. Then you had to equal these two angles to 90. Then you had to figure out, what's my common denominator? Well, the common denominator here was 6. So I multiplied each term by 6. So here the 6 is canceled out, and I got 21x. 2 went into 6 3 times. So I had to multiply this by 3, and I got this. And then 6 times that is that. Now you might say, why didn't I do it live? Well, I had to use my calculator. And I want you to see the process. And of course you can use your calculator that's online. So I added these together, got that, equals that, divided by the numerical coefficient of x, and I got x equals 10. Again, that's not the answer. They want to know the degree. So you had to put the 10 there. So that was 210 divided by 6 gave you the 35 degrees. And when I did that, 10 times this divided by 2, I got this answer. And notice these answers do add up to 180. And then the same thing on the other side. You're going to multiply each term by y. The y's cancel out here. So I add these two together, equals 90y. Divide both sides by 90. I get y equals 9. And then I divided 180 by 9 and got 20. 630 by 9 and got 70. And again, these add up to the 90. So these angles are complementary. These angles are supplementary. Supplementary angles equal 180, complementary 90. And again, you're going to work it. You can use your calculator, and this is it. So this completes section 7.5.